I recently got Minecraft and very quickly I realized how steep the learning curve is for the beautiful game of Minecraft. The game doesn't really have any path for you to follow, you kind of just have to figure it out for yourself. So in this video I'm going to do my best to teach you the basics of the game so you know what you need to do to get yourself started without dying 100 times. This is a guide which will help you get all of the basics sorted, so if you've never played the game before, you'll be able to jump right in. Starting with step 1. The setup. Now, it's no secret that when you start your first world, you need to gather wood. But how much? Well, you want at least 32. But I prefer to get myself a stack of 64. I find this works best to help you get the perfect start and you don't really need to worry about running out of it, which can happen very quickly. You can punch these with your hand, but if you want to save yourself some time, you can get yourself a stone axe. Firstly, harvest up 3 logs and turn them all into planks. Use 4 planks to make a crafting table and then 2 to create sticks. In the crafting table, craft a wooden pickaxe and then dig down a couple of blocks until you reach stone and collect 6. Now head back up to craft the stone axe and then use the stone axe to get yourself a full stack of logs. This should be plenty for a while. Next, you can use the extra 3 stone you got to craft yourself a stone pickaxe. This will be important for later. Now, step 1 is easy, but step 2 is crucial to stop you from dying early on. There are a few ways you can complete step 2, but I will teach you the 2 best ways. Firstly, you can find yourself some animals to get some meat. Cows are the best, but pigs and chickens work too. Get yourself 32 pieces of meat, or as close to it as you can, to stop yourself from dying of hunger. The other way is to locate yourself a nearby village and harvest their farms, loot their chests, or collect the hay bales around the village to craft into bread. If you can't find a village right away, you can always collect a few pieces of meat to keep you going and then find a village as you travel through the world. Just remember to keep an eye on the sun, because if you don't complete step 2 before the sun sets, then step 3 will be much harder. Step 3 is surviving the night, which if you are new to the game can be very hard to do if you haven't got anywhere to hide. If you killed sheep earlier, you can craft a bed using 3 wool and 3 planks. Place down a bed in a little hole to keep yourself safe and sleep the night away. If you found a village, you can hide inside one of the buildings, but just be careful because zombies can break down wooden doors. Place a block in front of the door to stop any monsters getting inside of the building. Now that we have food, we have wood, and we have a new day, we can get started on step 4. Once again, there are 2 main ways you can complete this step. This step needs us to find iron. You can collect iron from iron golems if you have found yourself a village, and of course if you get lucky with some of the chests in the village. If you didn't find a village, you will need to mine for some. The best way to do this is to find a cave which opens to the land. Once you've found a cave, head down and collect coal ore, which is the black ore, and iron ore, which is the cream colored ore. Don't get it mistaken for the useless copper ore though. You want to get yourself as much iron as possible. 32 would be a good start, but ideally you want to find some more if you can. Once you've found some coal, use some to craft up some torches so you can see when traveling through the caves. Do this by using sticks and coal. Once you have enough raw iron, you will need to grab 8 more pieces of stone. So break the stone and then use the cobblestone you received to craft a furnace. Place the raw iron and some coal into the furnace just like this, and it will smelt into iron ingots. Step 5 is the most important step and will give you the best chance to survive for a long time in this world. Craft up a shield using 1 iron and 5 wooden planks. Then place this shield in your offhand. This shield can block all damage and can save your life. Next, craft an iron pickaxe, an iron sword, and then craft up some iron armor. Now we need to build a base. It doesn't need to be fancy to start with, it just needs to be safe. Craft yourself a simple house with enough space for a bed, your crafting table, some chests, and of course a furnace or 2. For the entrance, you can protect it by adding a door and then dig out a little trench around the front of the house to stop zombies getting in. You can place some torches around the area to stop mobs from spawning. This will make it much easier to survive. Finally, craft an iron bucket using 3 pieces of iron and then find yourself some water. Next, craft a stone hoe using 2 pieces of stone and 2 sticks. Outside of your base, break 1 block and place water in the space. Next, using the hoe, plow the land 4 blocks around the water to create farmland. Now, collect seeds from short grass and plant them on the farmland. This is important for you to be able to have a supply of food. Now that you are set up, there are a few ways you can move forward, but you are now set up to start your survival adventure and craft your own path. But here are some suggestions on things you can do to get an even better setup. You can try venturing deeper into the caves to locate more resources. Collect more iron, coal, and start looking for diamonds. Diamond tools and gear are very powerful and will give you more protection and efficiency compared to iron tools. They also last a lot longer. You can use the wheat from the wheat farm to breed cows and sheep, create a fenced area to keep them contained, and then locate them nearby your base. Hold the wheat in your hand and they will follow you. You will need to collect 2 to be able to breed them. Once you have 2 in the contained area, you can feed them both wheat and they will create babies who will also be able to breed once they turn into adults. You can collect some saplings from harvesting trees nearby and plant them close to your base. This will make it easy to harvest more logs in the future without having to travel to get them. It will also stop you from running out of trees and from destroying the landscape around your house. You can collect some obsidian, a book by using sugarcane and leather, and 2 diamonds to craft an enchanting table. You can then craft up some bookshelves using books and planks. Place down the enchanting table and surround it with the bookshelves. You will need to collect some lapis lazuli from caves, and then you will be able to enchant your gear. You will also need XP, which you can get from mining ores or killing animals and monsters. The enchantments will make your gear more powerful. You can build up a bigger base for you to live in. If you're not exactly sure what to build, I have a bunch of tutorials on different builds you can make to get started. They are all available here on my channel. I've tried to keep this as basic as possible to make it easy to understand and helpful if you're completely new to the game. If you want to see a part 2 to this, please let me know in the comments. I hope it helped you, and if it did, subscribe so you can see more videos just like it.